Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Straight ahead, a great sight to see. Alex Smith back at the helm, leading the Washington Redskins. As they take on a man back for a 16th NFL season, Eli Manning and the New York Football Giants.
All right, Coach, we welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This is the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Washington Redskins. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gautin. And, Charles, you take a look at this Giants ball club. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game, so they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Redskins, they come in feeling good after back-to-back victories.
And the way they played last week defensively, you look at the tape, it looks like they had extra guys on the field, and they thoroughly shut down that offense.
Fall is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Alex Smith ready to lead the Redskins here. And many wondered if Smith would ever play again following that difficult-to-watch leg injury suffered against the Texans last season. But at age 35, Smith is back and ready to give it another go.
Ready? 60 Pittsburgh. You get blocked me. You get blocked me. 49.
On 1st and 10, Smith. Josh Doxson's got it complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards there on the catch and run. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. On 1st down, Smith. Throw left side is complete to Reed. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. And for this offense, yellow highlighter around Trent Williams.
As well there should be. A Pro Bowl, all-pro type of a left tackle. So mobile, you could also see him as a tight end. This guy is a terrific football player.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Smith. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Paul Richardson there, but now it'll be 3rd down. A look at the starters down the defensive side of the ball for the Giants. They've been pretty good against the pass. Not amazing, but good. Number 13 in the league.
And those are the kind of plays that this unit needs to make because they know that going against a team of this magnitude and the way that they're playing, they cannot afford to let them get on a roll early, chip away at their timing.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Smith throwing again. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Reed. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 42. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Here's Smith, and this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Off of play action, here's Smith. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing again is Smith. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that has to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line.
Watch tight, tight ends right. Watch tight.
Now it's Smith. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Now we got 3rd and goal coming up, and couldn't you imagine being in that huddle, partner? You know they're looking at each other saying, we can't come away with just 3 points after this drive.
Yeah, they've covered a lot of ground. They want more than that 3. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Trey Quinn, his first touchdown on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories. And you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do. And when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there. That nice opening drive because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
Extra point good by Hopkins, and it's now a 7-0 game. So that one a long 11-play drive. And the result, a touchdown for Washington. This will be fielded at the 6. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. 38-year-old Eli Manning heading out to lead the Giants. Look at the numbers, show how good Eli has been over the years. 7th all-time in passing yards, 8th in touchdowns, 7 4,000-yard seasons, including last year. And he's looking to make one last run before the sun sets on his Hall of Fame career. Manning and the Giants come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's the former number 2 pick, the Pro Bowler Saquon Barkley. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. Now Manning. Open man right side is Ingram. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's on Kevin Zeitler, acquired in the Odell Beckham trade.
Let's go now. 70, Indy. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
Manning to throw on 2nd down. And this one caught by Dez Bryant. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards the pickup there. Look at Eli against NFC East opponents in his career. He actually has a losing record career-wise against both the Cowboys and the Eagles, but against these Redskins, pretty good, 19-10. The two teams split the season series a year ago, both winning on the opposite squad's home turf.
Here we go. 60 or 54. Hard. Get it.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. On 2nd and 11 now, Manning. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the all-pro corner, Josh Norman. And he'll bring it all the way back, just a yard or 2 shy of midfield. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. And look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. First down, here's a run with Peterson. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
At the 31-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Peterson. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. 2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. Here's Smith. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
So now on 4th down, the Redskins will hand things over to their kicker, Dustin Hopkins. This from 54 yards away. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good, but there is a flag down. He might get another shot at this. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
That's going to be caught and stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Goal line offense, something they've really been emphasizing in practice lately. Now they have a chance here to put all that hard work to use. They'll run for it with Peterson. He fights his way into the end zone for a Redskin touchdown. Adrian Peterson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Hopkins with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. A reminder coming up tonight, a tough ticket in New Orleans. The Cowboys in town to take on the Saints on Sunday Night Football. Then tomorrow night, Charles and I, we go to Pittsburgh. Bengals and Steelers, 2 teams, well, they don't like each other very much. That's well documented. That starts at 8:15 Eastern as we close out the month of September. Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Manning. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Manning going to hand it off to Barkley. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. Throwing is Manning on 3rd down. And Ingram hauls it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down. On first down, Manning. It's complete to Golden Tate. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 1:54 left on the clock here in quarter number 2. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw again, Manning. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Manning to throw once more. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that spot.
And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see. Great quality to have, and you absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. But I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the 2nd drive. They've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
Rosas good with the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Alex Smith and company heading back out there now. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of it. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the 2nd quarter. Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. He's at the 40. Past the 20, and he's able to get this down deep on the Giants side of the field. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Back to throw, Smith. His pass caught at the 4. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now Smith. And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. Paul Richardson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side. No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the 2nd half.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
New York set to take the field. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the 2nd. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
He's going to let one fly for Tate. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Golden Tate, his intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Manning. Looking for Shepard deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into that.
And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked up by the all-pro corner, Josh Norman.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. Smith now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Adrian Peterson was the intended target. And now it's 2nd down. Hopkins' kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So a late turnover leads to a quick drive, and in turn that quick drive leads to 3 points.
So someone makes a mistake, but how about the other side learning from that mistake, taking care of the ball, and making sure they put some points on the board? Well done.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And New York set to take the field. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A tremendous play there from Saquon Barkley. Give him 42 yards on the ground. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. They'll roll him out right. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the former Giant, Landon Collins. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Smith now to throw, and this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Smith. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
And I know you can't really see it, but that play spells frustration with a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else, end up going to the running back out of the backfield, and he picks up a back-breaking 1st down.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
On the double. Back two, Mike back two, Mike back two. Come on.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Smith out to the left. It's complete to Doxer. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
Watch the pass.
On 1st down, it's Smith. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Now Smith throwing again. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football.
We got this.
And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Smith hands off to Geis, and that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play, and that'll make it third down.
You know, the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys. Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Now Jones. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Montez Sweat brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. Throwing on second and long. Jones, they'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's the Giants with possession of the football but needing points as we start quarter number 4. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing, Jones. His throw incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 13-yard line. A lot of eyes on Golden Tate this year to see if he can take over some of the production that OBJ had before he got shipped to Cleveland. You know, Beckham had 1,000-yard seasons and he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Evan Ingram, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead. So it goes for a rookie quarterback. He had the INT earlier in this first half, but he bounces back with a touchdown pass. And
you have to like the mental acumen, the toughness, the fortitude of it, because oftentimes for a rookie, you throw an interception early, you're taken right out of the game, or mentally you check out a little bit. Give him a lot of credit for bouncing back.
They go for just one here as it's up and good. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Redskins now to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Smith and the Redskins will come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready.
Here's Peterson as they begin on the ground. And Peterson, what happened? He lost the football.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. From the gun on third down, Smith. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Smith now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. A 10th carry now for Peterson. And he loses the football a second time. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. There he goes, right side. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. And you know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
Roses now to add the PAT. It's up and good, and this now becomes a 24-21 ball game. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high-percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
And here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards, the final tally. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
You're going to see me in your nightmare. Shoot.
Caught left side, Williams. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He can make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On second down, Peterson. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down.
Defense.
Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the fourth. Hard to believe.
Really hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it?
Yep. Throw left side complete. It's Richardson. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. They run the counter now. It's Peterson. And this Giants defense getting off the ball quickly. They stop him behind the line again. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop. 1:50 left in the football game. They run again with Peterson. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now it's AP, Adrian Peterson. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a pickup of 13, and with that 13 yards, this ball game just about over. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away.
Now.
The Redskins, they can smell victory now. They take a knee. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on second down. But, Charles, we saw a comeback bid fall just a little short, but give them credit. They were able to hold on, withstand that comeback, and ultimately win it by the slim margin.
And bottom line, when it's all said and done, they don't ask you how much you won by. They just want to know, did you win? And that they did.
So for Washington, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time.